Today, we're going to be doing an Avatar The Last Airbender tier list. My buddy Diego and I did a terrible job recording our intro, so this is it. Let's move on.
I'm Aang.
So from here, what goes on? Since you remember everything, you're the Avatar expert.
Katara and Sokka of the Water Tribe.
What does me being a girl have to do with sewing?
Simple. Girls are better at fixing pants than guys.
If Katara and Sokka sparred, who would win?
I think you give Sokka prep time and this guy to maybe give him gadgets to work with. Sokka might actually have more potential. I mean, he's trained so hard to be able to keep up with everyone else on the squad, and that's why he's there.
I think he thinks very strategic like an actual general, and I think that some of the benders forget some of those elements of fighting. If that man was a bender, we'd be in trouble.
The only thing about Katara is she's a little bit more of a better character in regards to is she has a little bit more of an arc. Sokka is a little bit more of a funny man. The most of his arc is like screen time with Suki.
Katara has a little bit more story arc, a little bit more growth.
He does learn how to become a leader.
That's an essential thing to learn.
Sokka has to be an A tier.
He is definitely A tier.
And Katara, as much as I think she's an awesome character, I think I just enjoy Sokka's presence more than I do Katara's. You know?
That's what I'm saying, man. He got them extra points for being funny. So I'm sorry. Just should have been more funny.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Aang and Appa.
You don't get one without the other. It's kind of like Arby's and curly fries. They usually go hand in hand. And if they're not, you're kind of wondering, why is that?
Oh, that was nasty.
I guess Appa's next. You know what? He's A tier as well. They couldn't do much at all without him.
And he's one of our favorites. I think he does belong in the A tier. Aang is a master of air from the beginning of the show at 12 years old, which is pretty insane. At first glance, I would think, go ahead and put him S tier.
S tier's a big responsibility, man. Not too many make that.
He literally guides them. I want to say Aang might be an A tier as well.
I mean, yeah. You pair Aang and Sokka together, and you have the Hardy's boys.
Avatar Aang, how you do? Go on.
Momo.
We all love Momo. Come on. You knew we were gonna put Momo.
Right next to Appa, of course. Kyoshi is cool, but she's a murderer.
She admits it.
And she said she'd do it again. She's not a huge part of the series, and she's not funny. And I think that lady has probably been the same throughout her whole life. Just stone cold. So C tier. Suki honestly has a great character arc as well.
I think she makes a great pair with Sokka, and I think she's a great addition to the team. And honestly, there are times where she even herself seems to ground Sokka. I like her more than the moon.
Bam. I think she's B tier. So let's talk about Haru. I do know that he was an excellent earthbender, but we don't really see him doing anything that's more than just the standard. He is probably going to be in line with Kyoshi. Cabbage Man is always on scene.
I mean, he's got the best line in the freaking show.
My cabbages! I'm putting him up there.
I'd be upset if somebody destroyed my cabbages.
The two best earthbenders in the entire world in that moment are Toph and Boomy.
Boomy's honestly one of the best characters in the whole show.
He belongs with Sokka and Aang.
Absolutely, honestly.
Jet and his crew. Boom!
Yeah. But I can tell you that Longshot is still by far my favorite. Honestly, maybe if not, maybe that B tier, but at least that C tier. You can't disgrace him and give him the full D.
Yep.
The other ones deserve the D.
Honestly, I think they all suck pretty equally.
That's kind of how I feel.
Except Longshot.
Longshot's cool, man.
Longshot can go on the C tier.
Dude,
They can literally just file in on D. All of their character arcs suck. Except Longshot.
You have your father's wit.
Bato of the Water Tribe. We don't really ever see him in combat.
He's better than Jet in them.
Hello, Zuko here.
Zuko is just the vibes. He has probably the best character arc in the whole show.
That man has to be up there. No doubt about it.
But the true secret is in the gooey center.
Oh, dude, Monk Gyatso is one of the most legendary airbenders of all time. I mean, he teaches Aang the ways.
He taught me everything I know.
We have literally nothing but excellent flashbacks from this man.
Are you going to help me with these cakes or not?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
That's a pretty essential skill to have, if you ask me. You wish you saw more of him. He is definitely B tier.
Iroh is the first person I'm going to straight up put in the S tier. I don't even need to explain why I'm putting him in the S tier. Everyone always refers to him as Uncle Iroh.
You respect your uncle.
I am Zhao the Conqueror. I am the Moon Slayer. I will capture the Avatar.
And honestly, he's just a prick. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the D tier list.
What happens when you have a little bit of salt in your fire? It becomes blue.
Makes sense. She's literally just a character that's designed to be hated.
She's a good villain.
And she plays that role very well. Mai belongs up there. You know why? Because Mai could pin her down, no doubt. And you know who else
totally
can pin
does.
her down?
The
Ty
other girl,
literally
Ty Lee.
takes her out.
Yeah,
in
Ty
the
Lee.
show. She's not a huge part of the story, but she's cool. I'm gonna say she's C tier. Oh, dude. We should do those guys from the Northern Air Temple.
Honestly, I don't remember much about them except they were, I mean, what was that father and that kid, and they're building a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, I think they're both cool, honestly.
I think they're on the level of C still.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how much more they did provide except they gave Aang a pretty cool glider.
Man, Jong is pretty cool. He displays some of the best firebending we see in the show. I mean, when he raises those walls of fire in the beginning and then in the end, he's like ascending above the city in Omashu with like fire just like shooting out of his feet. He's on the B tier scale because of his skills.
Okay, well then at that point, can we just slap Avatar Roku on there?
Yeah.
Just put him on the A scale since we already know.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
And he's a constant positive force in the show.
Yeah, he honestly deserves that higher tier. He's also one of my favorite characters of the whole show.
He's pretty sick, but nobody gives a fuck about Sozin.
No, not really.
Zuko's mom. She's okay, but man, she's kind of whack. So I'm gonna say she's on the C tier. What is her name?
What's her name, Aaron? God, why can't you remember her freaking name and tell these nice people?
I don't know. She's pretty irrelevant. And you know what? This guy really isn't all that great either. She turned into the moon.
Tells you how not great these people are. They're
Yeah.
actually kind of trash.
The Fire Lord himself.
He's cool.
Mark Hamill is
He's
perfect.
awesome.
And
He's
honestly
perfect villain.
think
Perfect villain.
that he's in the S tier as well.
None of their character arcs kind of happened without his shenanigans.
I thought it was super cool that they were introducing a possible love interest for Zuko, but we never see her again. This chick is whack.
Hello, my name is Judy.
Do I need to even say anything about it? She's creepy. She's weird.
I don't like her. Let's put it to you that way. Lang. Dude, can we put Dwayne The Rock Johnson on there already?
The Boulder's gonna win this in a landslide.
Nobody cheats Shen Fu.
He's a pretty mid earthbender. I think he's more of a nuisance than a villain. He doesn't need to be in the show.
Well, he had to be on the show. He was the guy who was doing the tournaments.
I think he sucks.
I'm out of here.
Wait!
Toph could be in the A tier as well.
I think so too. I mean, we want to see her duke it out with Boomy.
Boomy could be a superior earthbender, even in his old age.
I don't know, man. She did master the metal bending, though.
Do we even know for sure that Boomy, like, couldn't?
I could see Boomy learning it if he really wanted to, which I'm sure he would. He seems like a pretty open-minded guy. Yeah, he might clip her. I think we can just slap all these people on at this point.
I think Bato is a great character, and Sokka's master from season 3 is a great character. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the B tier as well as Sokka's master.
Yeah.
This guy is another nuisance, and this guy is pretty good, but just a few hairs short of what I would like to see from an Earth Kingdom villain. The Sandbender that stole Appa, fuck him. The King of Ba Sing Se,
A useless one.
this guy, also useless. This guy, useless. I think she also belongs on this. We only have 2 characters in the S tier, and I think that's kind of foul. I think some people might even be a little bit frustrated with us.
I mean, right off the bat, I told you I want Sparky Boom Man on C. He was cool. I know he didn't add anything, but
But he never, like, spoke. Bro, like, we don't even know why he can do that.
I think it's explained in Legend and Korra.
It's not really.
Sort of. No.
They just explain
Yeah,
that there's
sure.
more people like him.
Well-
We're like, oh, great, cool.
Well, I mean, he's got a third eye, man. What do you want me to tell you? Cool. Even Aang and Sokka liked him.
Nah.
Aang and Sokka would want him on the sea list. Now.
Excellent work, Sokka.
Sokka's master should be moved to the C tier.
I'm not against that necessarily.
Azula should be moved to the B tier.
Yeah, she's a really good villain. She's a crazy one.
I almost want to bump Aang and Zuko up there.
Aang definitely deserves it. He knows all 4 elements and he masters them pretty well in a very small amount of time, and he's a child.
He also ends up using them to defeat the Fire Lord on the day of Sozin's Comet.
And he does it the way he wants to do it. He didn't kill him. He just learned how to take his bending.
But there's one more character in our secret category, S++. Well, I think that just about covers everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in today.